the 2 times where everyone you love will be in one room is on your funeral and your wedding, right?
Burn me. No. Because
Do you guys think you guys are gonna cry when your wife walks down the aisle?
But I think it must be a natural reaction.
No, I'm saying, do you think like you would though?
I hope I do. I hope I do.
you hope you do.
To work on silencing male voices because you give one of them a mic and here they go.
What is good, everybody? I am Amman from Off the Dome Podcast.
And this is Henok. Y'all know why I'm back.
You know what, Becca? We're not starting
all
ever
good,
again, guys.
Yeah,
That was good.
Yeah,
Alright,
let's
guys.
just keep going.
let's keep it moving.
Welcome
Welcome
everybody.
back to another episode, guys.
Yes, and
We
if you
have-
don't know us,
What do you mean?
if you don't know me and you, buddy, we gotta.
Oh, I'm Bobby from Off the Dome.
and I'm Dougie.
Welcome back, guys. This is, if you're watching consistently, this should be our 3rd episode. So we can officially say it.
We're back.
Business is back and we're booming.
Wow.
Welcome.
The money will change me.
It's a family reunion.
How does he say it?
We should have started like that.
Nah,
That would actually been tough.
No.
Nah.
We can do that at the end. We can do that.
Yeah, we can do that then.
Welcome, bro.
Welcome. As you guys can see, Alman is back in the building.
Hi, everybody.
You can't see his long
missed
legs, not
this,
even
man.
in the
Alright, start going off on me. I missed this, man. Listen, everyone that I've kind of been seeing, they've been bothering me. Like, what's going on to OTD? Listen, we just been, putting this work, and look how we came back. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
like, how is marriage treating you?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. That was
As
no,
you guys go on.
no. I thought that was funny until
Some
people start taking it
believed it, bro.
seriously, bro.
Bro, I seen the comments like, "Congrats, Amman!
Yeah, I
I'm so
seen that
happy."
comment.
for
Wait,
you,
you said
bro."
it on a.
Yeah, because
They
we're
said
saying
it's
like
a
a
joke that-
farewell,
Oh.
bro.
He put a farewell video where, like,
No.
guys, he got
Yeah.
married.
Yeah, he's
He's
leaving.
enjoying
us.
his honeymoon.
Yeah.
No, I knew they were joking, but they didn't mention that they were joking
To the
the
audience?
to the audience.
The Cali lie has got to be goated.
Yeah, we're definitely
Nah.
North Dakota right now, but
I don't know why we told them Cali.
yeah, because North
It was-
Dakota is just so much more easier to,
Yeah.
you know.
No, we first started with Cali because it was talking about Orange County, and then we were talking about like where we're from and stuff.
I think it was Sam.
Yeah, Sammy said he's from California
And y'all were
originally.
like,
Yeah,
bro,
let's
Yeah.
just run
I
with
don't know
that.
But then
how
we
it
were
started,
like, we just
but-
stuck with that.
And until we actually moved to Cali, so
we're
which
talking about
is
university, bro.
Yeah.
We're talking about the
oh yeah.
universities.
And now like
yeah.
we actually ended up moving to Cali.
You know what I'm saying? I'm very excited for this. It's not that much times where we get all 4 of us in one room under one mic.
Professional yappers.
Professional yappers. The last time this happened was actually last summer when we were all in Europe together.
Oh yeah.
You guys might already heard
Sick
this,
of y'all.
but now you can hear all of our different perspectives on
Oh,
different places, and we can just tell you a little more
For a
about
small
it.
portion, we
not
can start
gonna-
off with any hot takes from Europe.
Yes, hot takes is you. You are the hot take, Bobby.
What do you mean by
What-
that?
We have to
Do I-
beg this guy to come have the time of his life. Can we
That's
mention
true.
that?
We had
We
to-
first started with begging him to come to the trip.
Guys,
Can y'all believe that?
these two, Henok, actually, I respect Henok. These two,
What do we do?
blind leading the blind, bro. bro, this guy's a salesman. He'd be like, bro, I know it's, financially might not be the best decision, but you only live once, Bobby.
Did I lie?
You could
Did I
die
lie?
tomorrow.
Did I like? Did I like?
true.
Did you not have the time of, your
course,
life?
it was great. But
Okay, that's
what
not
if I was on my
something.
last, man? You don't say that to someone.
By
And
the
that's
way,
a
he
good way
lives
to
with
go out.
His family, parents.
I thought that was a new form. Actually, let me shut up.
So that was a hot take, but I don't know. And we finally got him to, and that was so. I'm so glad we did. That was a fight worth fighting for.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You people, Europeans.
You people,
You people is crazy.
crazy, bro. Reverse
One thing I've
racism.
one thing I've noticed is there's a lot of people in Europe that be smoking a lot, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
especially
my-
especially in England. Especially in England. That's
This guy Dougie is funny. He said everyone here like a chimney, bro.
Because we first start off in England, obviously.
Yeah.
Off the bat, when we got into your uncle's car,
yeah.
I knew.
What was the address? It was like 911.
This
guy. I didn't go get it started. I always knew, like, the steering was on the opposite side, but it
Until
looked
you
so
experience
weird,
it.
bro.
Yeah, until you experience it. And then he
Yeah.
starts driving on the other road. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro.
But
Illegal,
England is just
but-
weird. They're just
Huh?
the weird ones. Everyone else
Yeah.
drives normally.
What was your favorite highlight
Yeah.
from England? Real quick.
Favorite thing
Nothing.
about
Let's go to the next
England.
one.
I was hating on England a lot, until I visit the other countries, and I'm like, you know what, England's not bad. Yeah.
No, you know what's so funny? I'm mad that we didn't have fish and chips. Like,
What?
Bro, the
You
one
can
thing
keep that. You keep that.
nah, I'm mad we didn't have a problem.
I'm blessed from not having that, bro.
Yeah.
that's the one thing I didn't want to do. We had to like we voluntarily fasted that day in England.
We paid $30 to climb a building.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
terrible,
no,
bro.
that was
I'm
actually
not gonna
fine.
lie to
The
you.
funny part
No,
about
it wasn't,
England,
bro.
we spent more time eating other cultural foods than actual
Yeah,
British.
That's true. Because there wasn't much to eat.
I'm
to
not
be
gonna eat
honest.
beans and toast, bro. I'm just being real with you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
doing none of that.
And the
Alright.
fact that they're proud of that is insane.
Now, Italy's food.
How
was-
did they conquer us?
Oh, let's go
Okay,
country by
now
country,
let-
guys. I think
yeah,
that'll be
second
okay.
is France.
France was amazing.
Yeah, we went to Paris.
Okay, can
It
we
was
let's
very
mention
nice.
though the only reason why
The
it was good
context
was
behind it.
because the Olympics. That was the only reason.
It
That's
was
why
so
there was
clean.
That was
Like,
just
that
you
was
could almost
clean.
drink
Yeah,
that
that was
river
just hype.
water.
Yes, you can look.
Especially knowing what happened before we got there with that river water. I don't think he wanted to
Oh
drink
my
that.
goodness.
No, it was actually beautiful. There was one clip that me and him, we were walking from, we were grabbing food for
Getting
the-
dinner?
Yeah,
Oh
for all
yeah,
of us.
I remember that.
And the beauty,
The
like
sunset.
the sunset
Yeah,
was.
yeah. We're gonna add this, hopefully.
We're
Yeah, sunset. Not adding it. Okay, never mind.
You do
I
a
lied.
quick clip.
No, I'll put it in.
Yeah,
Put it
yeah.
in.
Yeah, but we also stayed at the 1920s Olympic Village. Yeah. We actually
Yeah.
touched like historic landmark. Bro, that trip was actually like it was amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
It was.
I didn't think it was like feasible. The amount of places we went to, and then like how
Oh,
many
yeah.
flights we took.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just to let y'all know, like this was the most like craziest bookings that we ever did because all we did was book the flights and we just took off. I promise you that's all we did. And then
Yes.
we just figured out where we were gonna stay. After that, no type of activities that were planned. I promise you that. None.
Was
And
it?
then-
Was it
Oh.
actually after France, heading into the next, heading to Italy, where we lived that quote where like immigrants always overpack?
Oh,
Bro.
okay, no. We
Those
should have started with
backpacks,
this. No,
bro.
don't point at me.
Hey,
Don't
put
point
the
at me.
insert the clip.
I'm putting that clip.
No,
I have never seen
no.
such tenacity, human determination past
Guys,
border.
you know there's a 4K video of four of us
Bobby's boat.
fighting
Yeah,
Bobby's
yeah,
back.
that's true. That was
Literally
the first place
fighting.
too. We didn't even leave the country.
We didn't
That
leave
was
the country.
Oh,
You don't
yeah,
remember?
This guy didn't want to throw away his pack of undershirts.
I'm like, bro, I bought it for-
No,
deep,
no.
bro.
I'll also mention this. This man Bobby packed one shoes for one day for one outfit.
Oh,
One day.
Whoa, whoa,
Listen,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
one day. He wore it one
Listen,
day.
listen. I'll be
okay?
humble. I'll be humble.
It didn't even match.
I should have packed neutral colors. I admit that I received that, but that was not that crazy, bro.
You
It
brought
It was
It
crazy.
was
He
crazy.
brought
Literally
what?
wore
blue
one
shoes.
You were
One
like, "Can't
shoe.
wear them anymore."
The whole
Blue
time he was
shoes.
wearing
we're in Paris, right? Okay.
after Paris.
After Paris, we went to Rome.
No,
Okay.
we went to Venice. And then
Yes,
we went to Rome.
Venice, amazing food.
Yeah,
I
it was
loved
calm.
Venice.
Bro,
Nothing
that
it was hot.
food-
I am so glad we actually saw it at night when there was no tourists, so that
Yeah.
the following day when we weren't rushing. We actually enjoyed it. I wish we
We
took a
had
picture
the
with that
best-
food,
we
that
had the best-
restaurant.
What's it called? Bolognese.
I don't know. You
Yeah,
butchered
it's
that,
like,
John, bro.
bar-
That.
I was gonna
Pasta?
say, nah, you got it, bro. Yeah.
That was the best
Let's go
one. in my
with that.
opinion.
Let's go with that.
What do you
Yeah,
think? You didn't like
bro.
it?
And huh?
You didn't
No,
like
you
it
said
was
it
great. It
wrong.
was great. I don't know if you said it
it?
right.
I think it's bolognese. Yeah.
Bro, the
What is
highlight
that?
was the boat
It's the,
in
the,
Venice.
the pasta with the sauce.
No, this guy
The
was
boat,
so
the
like
boat was
pressed to
nice,
get on
bro.
the boat.
The boat was
That
nice.
was
in
fun.
Venice,
That was
bro.
cool.
That was cool, but the food was
Wasn't
really
like
good.
crazy as a
And
boat.
then right after Venice, we went to Rome, rough Rome.
Like,
I'm
get
so
on the
glad
phone.
that
No
our
comment.
ancestors beat the crap out of them. I genuinely mean that. The people
That
of Rome are
Iman
not
is
nice.
Is a brand threat, bro.
How do you have the Vatican in your city? You're the least peaceful people, bro.
By the way, we had to cancel our Airbnb for that night and
First
we
night,
moved
bro.
to like an Airbnb right next to the Vatican walls.
To
Like,
be fair though, we weren't doing we weren't doing ourselves justice.
What?
What leaving the train station 3 a.m. in like a rough part of
Oh,
town?
yeah.
It
who
wasn't.
said? Who said? Let's just get food and get to our Airbnb. Who said that? Who?
Bobby, hey,
They said no. Let's go to another place at 3 a.m. to
But
get
do you want
food.
to talk about it or no?
No, we're not gonna talk about
hey,
it.
shout, shout out Helen though. We have to call her.
She didn't do anything. She said, "I don't believe you
And
guys."
she ignored us. She ignored us.
I don't believe
She
you guys.
ignored
in our
us.
time,
That was
We're going
crazy.
through
We're
traumas.
going through, bro.
Mind
It's
you,
okay.
we had an incident in Rome, but God
Don't
was
go
good.
to
Talk about
Rome.
it. We can
Just
talk-
don't go to
I don't
Rome.
want to dwell on it. We can talk.
Yeah, so basically,
We're not gonna dwell on this, but
yeah,
long
we-
story
yeah.
short,
Someone got robbed.
we as a community got robbed.
All right, bro. Don't say
Yeah,
we.
when one of us get robbed, we all get robbed.
No. It was
You know what they
The-
say?
the-
You know what they say? Like when there's too many red flags, run. Like we just hit all of them one by one late at night.
There was
Bag full
Yeah.
of stuff,
food.
bag full of
Bro,
stuff, like
We're
everything.
wearing
Yeah.
gold
bro.
chains,
It was crazy.
watches.
But we move on. We keep going.
Yeah.
Move on. One from Rome.
What was after
We
Rome?
went to I think in my opinion the best country. I don't know about you guys. Greece was the
Food
best
was good
country.
too.
Bro,
there,
we went
yeah.
to Spain
No, we went to Greece first.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we went
Yeah,
to Greece then.
this
Spain.
brother's cooked.
Oh, too many countries. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Athens
Athens.
was really
So
nice.
humble.
You know the Pantheon is called. The Pantheon. Sorry, my bad. Pantheon was amazing, but Mykonos, incredible.
The water is
The food in Greece is amazing.
Bro, I never
The
seen such
food
a
was-
clear water, bro.
Such
I was so
The food in Greece was amazing. People were so nice, laid back.
We were on the quiet
Yeah.
side of the island, not like
Yeah.
the white, like
Yeah.
The
white
buildings.
beach spots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We spent the whole day on a boat.
We
That
felt
was actually, bro,
yeah.
that-
The high that
was-
day was
yeah,
insane.
bro. Spending a whole day on a
That day
boat.
made the trip worth it for some
Yeah.
in my mind. I was
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is what
It
vacation
was
is
justifiable,
like.
huh?
Yeah.
Just being on a boat.
I was thinking,
All
bro,
that money
like,
spent was-
yeah,
I
this
need
is life.
this.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Hey,
You were
Bobby.
sitting on the it was like a captain of he was like a pilot and he's like travels around the world. He was like
Oh
remember the family that we were
yeah.
talking to?
Oh
It was a-
yeah,
it was a
yeah.
On the
birthday.
boat?
Yeah,
Yeah,
was
it was her
we
birthday,
said-
yeah.
yeah.
That was really fun. The people of Greece were amazing, honestly.
Yeah, they were very
The
kind.
people on the trip that we met that South Korean guy in Morocco.
Oh yeah, bro.
That was-
Amazing
we still,
guy.
We still are in
God,
contact
bro.
with him.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He has our WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Hey, is
Kevin or
South Korea
something?
the next destination? Was what we're talking?
Oh,
And North Korea maybe? Alright.
Nah, bro.
Anyways.
Bugging, bro.
Hey, let's talk
Asia
about
was
Bobby
definitely-
dropping his phone in Greece.
bro, no.
that was traumatic, but
no, bro,
I think
that
also made it
food
fun.
in Greece though.
it was really good.
No, speaking of food, the next destination was Spain, right?
Yeah.
I'll never
ostrich?
forget the
Overrated.
ostrich we ate in Spain. on the market.
Yeah.
I'm
If
actually
you-
proud of us.
Salami.
No,
Yeah.
it tastes like
Like
bacon.
No,
but like
what?
Salami,
yes.
bro.
Tastes like
I
salami.
think
If
they
you
like
wouldn't
bacon.
tell me what an ostrich tasted like, a raw ostrich,
I
you
would've
wouldn't
ate
know what it
Yeah,
tastes
I
like.
would've
it
ate
tasted
that.
like salami. I'm like, oh, that's good.
I learned that day.
But
I'll
no,
try
it was
anything
seasoned.
once.
It was like black
Berries.
pepper and some
Yeah.
other
Like, what'd you
Salami,
say?
beef.
I'll try anything once. I learned that day.
Oh,
The ostrich, bro.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know about
Yeah,
that.
you got
It
me
was,
lost.
one-
it was
I'm
really-
not trying snail.
If they don't tell me,
We had that option in France.
I know they're lying because that same day, right?
It was just me and him that did it, and then they were like, "Oh no, actually, you tried it."
What-
No, I was gonna say because we don't like seafood. So instead of eating,
who's
because
we? I love seafood.
oh yeah, because
It
we
was-
went to
it was
Ethiopian
all
restaurant
different.
We went to
because
Ethiopian restaurant.
Disgusting.
yeah, instead of going to like fish, whatever. Anyways, but Madrid was really nice too.
I like Barcelona better than Madrid
I
personally.
Really?
love Madrid.
Madrid
I
seemed
like
more too
Madrid
commercial.
more.
But anyways,
It was fine.
our last spot by
Underrated.
far was the one of the best,
Yeah.
most bang for its buck.
Yes.
Morocco was amazing.
Yes, and I was scared to go to
Beautiful.
Morocco.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
bro was doing all the investigation that he could.
I
He was
so
seeing the
scared.
threat level of the country,
Yeah.
and we're like, "Bro, it's the same as France. Like, you're not getting any safer in France." Like,
We
I think
met-
also the excursions we did made it more fun.
Yeah,
The hot
we
air balloon
definitely
in
did.
Morocco was
Yeah.
crazy.
Bro,
The
dirt
desert.
biking was tough.
yeah.
ATV, yeah,
In the
ATV.
dunes?
ATV?
Oh, man.
yeah.
Bro, by the sunset, bro, y'all should have.
And then even
Watch
our
the videos.
Airbnb, I forgot what it was called. Is it a?
Take me back.
It's like a
It was
courthouse, like a compound.
It was a
I know what
a
you're talking about.
sand we slept in the tent.
Oh, that yeah, we slept in
Talking
the
about the
sand.
desert.
Is that
Talking
what
about
it-
like
Is
the
that
house that we
Airbnb?
stayed in.
There's
There
like a
was a name
specific
for
name
it.
for it.
I don't know the name.
The
But it
one
was
in
In the
really
middle,
nice.
there's like a courtyard. You can see.
You can
like,
see the
up to
sunlight
roof.
coming
Yeah.
out. The tea was amazing. Okay.
Oh, their tea was nice.
And
bro.
then-
I'll
What, bro?
I'll take Morocco. bro.
Ever, like after that trip, like even like up to this day, whenever I look at my gallery, I, just,
Nah, bro.
I take a little longer when I get past June
man.
2024.
Oh, man.
But
But-
Bro, it's really been a year, bro.
it's been a
Yeah.
whole year since that trip.
So I would say, what is one thing that you guys learned from the trip? Just a quick, just what I learned about myself, or like,
Bro, yeah.
yeah, about
The world is so big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like.
Yeah.
I always thought about it. I'm like, literally, like we think we have such like deep roots here in our community.
Mm-hmm.
There's billions of people around the world that have their own plug-in communities, have their own lives. I'm like, it's just so crazy. The
Yeah.
world is big and small at the same time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it was really interesting.
What about you, Annie?
Me, I mean, I would agree with him. I would second that. I don't know. I romanticized traveling before that, but
Mhm.
after doing it, I'm like, yo, I actually want to experience like connecting with people that are from random places, also tourists. You know, like
yeah.
that. Like, what's his name? I forget his. I keep
Kevin,
forgetting
I'm
his
pretty
name.
sure Kevin
Kevin.
is something like
When we
Yeah.
saw him in
Uh,
Morocco,
Morocco,
and we
yeah.
were just like,
Yeah.
he was tagging along with us and everything. Like, low-key, if he stayed more days, we probably would have
Definitely.
Done a
would've
lot
had
more.
chances to
Yeah.
like.
Also, the people
Yeah.
that we met on the hot air balloon, the siblings, and one of them was like, he's
Oh,
studying
yeah, we
designing
went to
cars.
cars.
That is
Yeah,
so
bro.
cool.
Oh my goodness.
We
I
followed
forgot
him.
about
Just the
that.
connection.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they,
I'm
like,
still in
they're
contact with him
working.
kind of on Instagram, or and, like he's from Madagascar. They lived in Madagascar,
Yeah,
like
he was telling us
Yeah.
about
growing up.
that.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
So,
about you?
Like everything you guys said, but more than that, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like that's how I knew you guys were real friends, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie. Like we were tired, but I felt like I wasn't tired of y'all. You know what I'm saying? No, No, because I'm not gonna lie. I had
these two, Doggy and Eman, were about to fight.
No.
No. One
Not
day,
fight, bro.
no.
I was sick, bro. I was like, bro.
no.
I was-
Listen,
I'll let you
because
finish.
I've had worse experiences with other people.
Yeah.
Right? It's gotten a lot worse. 18 days. I thought we would break by like day 9. But we made it to day 18. It
We
was
made it more than 18 days.
I
bro.
think around like
Yeah.
14, it was like, all right.
I think
That wasn't-
yeah, a long trip, like every good like strong friendship should go on a long trip together to
Test
see
it.
test it. Yeah.
So I'm
Sure.
saying like I know for sure this will last because we made it through that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the
So
the-
much trials.
and also like just
tribulations,
no,
right? So
don't
much
say that.
persecution.
Also, like I think, like you said,
The buses
travel
have no AC,
more.
man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I would
Travel
say,
more.
that I was thinking like the whole trip, even come back, I was like, I need to do this a lot more.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I was also thinking, I can't trust these guys, especially after we got
What?
What did we do?
What
What
are
are
you
you
talking
talking
about?
no, in a joking manner, like obviously. But I was thinking like, wow, like cause like what was going on that moment, I was like, no, listen.
I know what
listen.
you're talking about.
Exactly, you know what I'm talking about. But
No, can we talk about how these people were being nonchalant and
we were
in
being
Morocco at
Yeah.
night? We were outside in a country we didn't know nobody,
at 3 a.m., bro.
and
why
they were
not?
just chilling. I'm walking.
I felt more safe in Morocco than I did in Rome.
Yeah, Rome is terrible. That's the bar is low. the bar's on
Nah,
the
Rome,
ground.
yeah, it just looks sketchy. But
Just don't go to Rome, bro. It's not worth it.
what was your takeaway? Like more.
I need to do this more. Like I want to travel, even with you guys. I want to travel a lot more. Like I want to go to like Asia. Like I've been saying,
Yeah.
I want to go to Asia, and then I want to go to like some crazy place like Alaska or like you know what I mean. Some places that South Africa.
We can do Alaska.
South
I'm down.
Africa.
Alaska. That's like
Alaska in the
Yeah.
summer. Alaska in the
Mhm.
summer.
South
I
Africa.
was lying. I didn't mean that.
Yeah.
South America.
Or
South
Australia.
Africa, bro.
Huh?
I want to go to like the safari with y'all.
Nah, you got this, bro.
Go
It's
for it.
okay. Hey, next topic, bro.
Well, it's been a year since all that whole trip, and a lot has happened in each one of our lives. Any in terms of reflections of the last year, things you've learned, things you've been through, post grad, corporate, ministry, even anything in life that you guys have learned. Do you want to talk about or touch on
In the last year,
since last June?
What? Yeah.
I feel like a lot has happened in every department, like ministry, like our friends are getting married. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like
Yeah,
it's so
we
beautiful.
can even park there for a little bit.
Yeah,
marriage.
we'll come back to it. I feel like with work, like after grad is like so different than like what you expect. Cause what you're expecting right after you graduate, especially for me, I was like, no more school. You know what I mean? I'm not doing anything now. Like
Mhm.
I can take time to like focus on different aspects of the things that I want to do. But like, there's also your responsibilities that you have to do. You know, and
Yeah.
then there's also other departments like finance and stuff like that that you got to figure out. So
Mm.
yeah, what y'all thinking?
I think we can more so like cater it as you guys are thinking. Mind you, everybody who's watching us are younger than us,
Yeah.
mostly, just on the
Mhm.
numbers. So what we can categorize it like ministry, finances, advice for people entering into this age,
Yeah.
So you
Oh.
you brought up like ministry.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah.
I'll tell you one. And this is something I've been like, it's been so clear to me is please, I beg you guys, do not get in debt. Like I
Oh my
can't,
God,
no,
bro.
please, I am begging you. Like, I don't care what kind of college you want to go into. I don't care what you need to do. If you get in debt, you are literally becoming a slave.
Mm.
Like, no, I'm not even exaggerating.
I'll pull up that verse.
Yeah, bro. Hey, as you pulled it up, this is biblically backed. We're not playing around. Listen, okay? I found so many people living a life that they hate because they're in debt. Whatever college you think you're going to, it's not worth it. People are like, oh, the connection.
that makes
No,
sense.
I'm being
If you have
serious.
to pay out of
Do
pocket.
you
Yeah.
know? And this is
what
like,
he said.
especially for the high schoolers. Do you know Harvard releases their lessons for free? You're not going there for the education because you're going there because you think people care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, bro. I went to community college. I'm in the room with people from whatever. Like,
Yeah.
as long as you have the drive, I promise you, the college is not what gets you where you are. It's your drive. But if you are indebted, you are actually not going to be free because the moment you graduate, you have to pay the debt. The debt comes with. Is this boring? I don't know if this is boring.
No,
but
no,
the
make
debt
it quick.
comes
That's a
with
good
interest, right? And student loans are the only type of debt you cannot default on.
Shout out Dave Ramsey.
Shout out Dave Ramsey, bro. I'm telling you, go to community college, live, because you only get one life. You're gonna spend it just working. It's literally slaving 9 to 5. Because if you're working to not keep your money, you are a slave.
Yeah.
That's literally being
That's
a
the
slave.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm seeing, bro. I have a term for this. This is gonna sound a little vulgar, but I think it's very accurate, right? I think it's like a national level, like financial manipulation of underage children. Like it is insane. That's literally what's happening. They're literally grooming underage children
Yeah.
to get them in that at a young age and literally enslave them for the rest of their life. It is insane. And like I don't know, it's so hard to talk to like high school students right now because it's not getting in their head, and it gets me mad. But also like, I was a high schooler once. You know what I'm saying?
I think we also have an understanding of like, go to like your dream school. You know what I mean? Like your parents want you to have the best education. You know what I mean? There's also that conflict. I understand what you're saying. Obviously, being debt free is one of the best things you can do, and it's how you go about it. You can be debt free, literally by having the wisdom to apply to scholarships, grants. There's different ways that you can actually be financially free without
resources in general.
Yeah, there's a lot of
so
resources,
many resources.
like a lot of resources. Even if you reach out to us, I'm pretty sure someone from here can connect you to somebody that we know.
We
and
know
so-
a
Go
guy.
start
We know a
volunteering
guy.
as-
that knows a guy, we knows a guy, But
No, you're not wrong.
you're
though.
right. Like debt is one of
Yeah.
those things that like I feel like a lot of people don't look into it because of the aspiration that they have to go into like medical school or like, you know what I mean? Like something that gets you in debt.
Even, for example, look, for a second, we could park right here because it's passionate.
Mhm.
Forget the mortgage and all these things that are coming up.
Yeah.
The credit card debt that
Oh,
young
yeah.
people be getting into
Yeah.
prematurely is the
Yeah.
craziest thing ever, bro.
Yeah. Don't ruin your credit score, please,
Yeah.
If
guys.
you can't
Please.
save money consistently every month,
Yeah.
don't get a gift.
Yeah.
Don't get a
Yeah.
credit card.
But
Please.
honey, you got the verse?
Yeah, I do have the.
Hey,
verse.
hit them with the verse, bro.
All right, so it's Proverbs 22:7. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower becomes the lender's slave.
Mhm.
Yo, the word of God right there, bro.
If you don't
We not
listen
even
to us,
playing.
listen to the word of God.
Absolutely. Hey, I mean, I've talked to some people that like, in my life that are youth, and it hurts me. It hurts me because this is so. It is something you can overlook so easily because everyone around you is doing it, right? But the payoff comes in the future. I know friends that got into like they went to a big school, right? Now they're literally working a job that they hate. I could leave my job whenever I want now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? They don't owe me. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna just park this here, and then
No,
that's
you're
probably the
100%
biggest
right though,
lesson.
because I feel like not a lot of people, especially young adults, like 18, 19, they don't understand what is to come. They see more of like what's in the moment. Like
Yeah.
same thing you mentioned, like credit card and stuff.
Bro.
But like it's about what you're using your money for. If you're using your money for like designer clothes and stuff like that, I
It's all
promise
like
you,
I think most of our generation, even now, like it's fueled by like
materialistic things.
not material, but like just comparison.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like for example, like if you're in like a community college and you're getting to get great education for free,
Mm-hmm.
but your friend is like in a 4-year college and you're like, dang, like I'm just automatically just not.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There's so many resources, and like at the end of the day, like whoever you might think is like up now, you don't know what they're actually going through in real life. People
That's
are in debt, bro.
Yes.
People are graduating with 100K debt is the craziest
Yeah.
scenario to be in.
Yeah.
Bro.
There's no college worth anything above 3K. Anything above I'm
Most
not talking about
schools
med
don't.
school. I'm talking about like, please, if you go in med school, go to a good med school. Like, there's an
the
exception to that. Yeah.
We're gonna
Get
have
in so much debt.
ChatGPT doctors nowadays.
If you want to do that, ignore
God
this.
bless you.
But everybody else, like, if you can't pay cash for it, it's actually a worse investment than a house. Because a house is guaranteed to increase in value.
Why you say worst investment? Like a house is not a good investment.
I know
He's
it's a
talking about like
really
mortgage
good.
wise going into
Oh,
debt.
Because,
yeah.
bro, I saw this interest rate, 60K for 6% interest rate. Are you kidding me, bro? What? That's insane. Oh, I'm pissed, bro. I'm so mad right now, bro. But yeah, buy a house. I don't know.
You're crazy. You're crazy. Especially in this market, you're crazy. Don't listen to
At
that right
that
now.
rate, they will probably recoup most of their money than getting. Bro, I will tell you this. I'm a CS student, right? 4 years ago, they all told us get in CS is a guaranteed 6 figures.
Oh, you're cooked enough.
And then what happened? We got AI. If there's no AI, it's an AI. If it's not AI, it's an Indian in there. Bro, I mean this, bro. If artificial intelligence does not take your job, an Indian will. I really mean this. And by the way,
Or
this
the
is-
Mexicans too.
All right, bro.
no, let me tell you what you think is offensive.
No, it's real.
These
But
people are hardworking. and they're able to do it for a lot less.
Yeah.
And I've seen them. They have great work ethic. They will outwork any American
they're cheap
during
to-
their sleeps, and
They're
they will
cheap
do
to
for
us,
No,
but
for companies.
for
like,
them.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Why
For
would you not
us,
want to
they can
outsource
to
it?
them,
Yeah.
like that's a lot of money
That's
what
what
they're
I'm
getting paid. Is
Yeah.
Outsourcing nowadays,
stretches
yeah.
wide.
How is a CS student more unemployed than art majors, bro? Yeah, we're cooked, bro.
Because we were talking about it last episode, you know, with Puna, we were talking about like in terms of like Ethiopia, like you ever see like nowadays like your dad's talking to you like, hey, bro, you know that guy right there? He has a PhD in Ethiopia. He's driving taxi now.
Yeah.
We don't know. Like, we were just like, damn, but that could happen over here.
It could happen
Over time when like industries are dying out.
So yeah, man.
Yeah.
I
Don't
think
be
I'm done.
ashamed to go to community college either, please.
For sure.
Trade
went to
school,
community college.
apprenticeship,
Trade school.
everything.
Community college.
Community
I'm telling
college.
y'all,
Also,
like,
don't believe in the diamond scams too.
huh?
What's the diamond scam?
What's a diamond scam? Explain yourself.
Diamonds are held back so that they're valued higher. Don't buy rings that are expensive.
That seems like very personal, bro.
You want lab grown and stuff?
I feel like you held that
Lab
in.
Grow
Lab
it
grown.
yourself, bro.
Ring pop?
Yeah, I think you could plant something in the ground and it'll probably pop out.
Okay,
All
what is
that
another
to
lesson
say-
you guys learned?
No,
Yeah.
I was gonna say all that to say, be wise with your money.
Mm.
Be very smart, especially credit card at a young age. Give it to your parents if you don't want to hold on
That's
to
literally the game.
it. Please, just be wise with your money. Like, cause the last thing we want is a lot of people who are in debt, and you know.
Yeah.
Literally, if you're young, like what is the youngest you can get a credit card? Like 16?
13 now, bro.
13?
You can get under your parents. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, no, open it. Give it to your parents. Let them use it. And they'll pay it off because, you know, they're going to get gas.
No, some of these
They'll-
parents are the
Yeah,
problem,
some
bro.
parents- some parents
Don't.
might not. Some
don't.
parents might not.
I didn't have.
I hope your
some
parents are
parents
doing
might
No,
forget
no,
to
no,
listen.
no. That's a lot of the issue we have right now because the parents did a terrible job, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
Hey,
not gonna lie, they did. buy
I'm
a
not talking
house for,
anyone
like,
individual. I'm talking about in general. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If your parents are running up your credit card, you just need, you
The
need
thing is,
to.
you're
You have
acting-
bigger problems,
You're
bro.
acting like parents are like just intrinsically more responsible.
They're not.
They're not. They're some
We're all
very
living
irresponsible
one time.
parents.
This is their first time living. You don't expect them to know everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Bro,
But-
but some parents bought like a house for like 20 grand and a bag of chips. You know, how crazy.
That's oh man, good old times. But
That's so
anyways.
crazy. to
But
me.
as we exit the whole financial
Yeah.
bureau, once you get your money right, and there's things that, you know, you're situated.
Hey, buy my course.
Shmoney.com.
No refunds, no
use,
returns.
Use promo code OTD for 10%.
results are not guaranteed.
They're not.
Side effects.
Outside of finance, though, what other stuff have you guys learned in terms of like your early 20s? This is like a really transitional period where it's like a lot of weird stuff going on.
the will of God, bro.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Okay.
You say yes.
Yeah, just say yes.
What do you mean by
but-
that? What do you mean?
Yeah, I need to elaborate.
No, I don't know. It was just like I learned like I was just I heard it like being buzzed around here and there. Like people would just be like, yeah, I don't know God's will for me in my life and things like that. And I was like, I was just intrigued by the topic, and so I did a little bit of research. I read a bit on it, and then I also watched a few sermons, one by Bodhi Bakum and
You
one
love
by
Woody
John
Bachman. You always
Piper.
quote him.
I mean, yeah, but I really like those.
You gotta balance it out like Mike Winger, Buddy Bakum, just so you know. You don't get unbiased.
I've quoted Mike Winger a couple of times actually, but a sermon by Bodhi Bakum and like a parallel sermon with John Piper. They both spoke on the same things, but it was a really good. It was eye opening because I realized I was praying prayers that I was trying to comprehend the sovereign will of God, and it's very like theological and whatnot, but. There's two wills of God. One is the sovereign will of God, which we cannot comprehend with our small minds, and then there's the second one, which is in the scriptures. It's there for us to see and to understand, right?
Mhm.
And if you don't understand it, it tells us to seek wise counsel. And if you don't, if you're doing something wrong, then we should sharpen one another as brothers in Christ and sisters in Christ. But yeah, these are the two methods in which you can know if something that you're doing is within the will of God. He doesn't want you to be a mind-controlled robot, but also at the same time, he wants you to make decisions. Sanctification can't happen if you're not making decisions. You're just, anyways.
This was
Yeah.
actually this was very passionate for me because I don't know about just you guys as well, but like every young person's like, "What's my purpose?" and all this whole topic
Yeah.
of purpose.
Yeah, it's
And the one thing I learned, and I've been saying it so much now that's stuck in my head. Like I feel like sometimes we confuse purpose with assignment, right?
Mm,
Purpose, we all have like capital P purpose. We all have the same purpose.
yeah.
No God make him known. Like that's not like
yeah.
debatable. But assignment, there's different seasons. For example,
Yeah.
my purpose is to make God know him, make him known. But right now, my assignment could be a student for some of you.
Yeah.
Some of you could be husbands. You could be working. So your assignment changes in different seasons, but your overall capital P purpose doesn't change. I feel like if you think of it like that, you will never be like confused. Like, oh my God, if I go to this school, is God still with me, or is this plan B or plan
There's
C?
nothing in the Bible that says pick
I'm
that
like-
house over that house, pick that college over that
Yeah.
college. You know what I mean? Like it's for you to make the decision and for you to learn and grow through it. I mean, suffering produces endurance, so it doesn't matter if you fail or succeed. It's all for the glory of God and for your
Amen.
good.
I think it's just usually sometimes when you look at people, like, I don't know if you guys have like been around people, like some people like are always certain what they're doing.
Yeah.
Since they were young, like,
Yeah.
I'm always gonna be this person.
It makes you feel like
You're like, dang, bro.
Yeah.
I've been in 6
How are you
industries. Bro got out the womb saying I'm gonna be a doctor. I'm like, and he did it. He did it. I'm like,
Wow.
I think it makes you feel like, okay, I have to know right away.
Right.
And if I make
Mm-hmm.
a mistake, I'm
that's
living
where the
below.
comparison comes in too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole topic of, people are always stressing, live to your fullest potential.
Mhm.
So you're always thinking, bro,
I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not-
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
You're absolutely right.
You're not that strong to mess up God's plans.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, dropping gems today. That's how y'all have it, man. I miss y'all, bro. I miss y'all. This is fun. Dougie, what you learned?
I would say the one thing that I've learned is that you can have balance with a lot of things. Like you can juggle many different things and still be in balance. Like with work, you can balance work with ministry. You can balance work with friends. You can balance with work with your health. Like I feel like when I was in school, I was like school, and then like church. You get what I mean? Like I was like, if I was like focused highly on school, I can be like at a better place in life. You know what I mean?
I
So I would
see.
prioritize school a lot. But then now I'm like, okay, I don't have any school, but there's also things I'm passionate about, right? There's also things that I need to do work for me
Yeah.
to like live. I think it's one of those things that I was learning, like to balance ministry right after work. I was like, okay, like I can actually be in this place where I'm ministering and also have a place where I'm working. And then on top of that, there was, fitness. And then there's friends that I want to.
What's funny?
I didn't say
What's
anything.
funny?
He knows what he did. And so I was just understanding how I can balance all those things. Because
Yeah.
a lot of times, like, we're taught, like, don't be involved in everything because, like, you're going to be burnt
Mhm.
out.
Yeah.
If you have a balance and if you have a way of, like, having a schedule or, like, some kind of place where you can be like, okay, this is a place where I rest.
Mhm.
And then you can be like, oh, this is a place where I can work and do this. This is a place where I can be with my friends. Things like that. It's really makes it easier for you to understand what you also enjoy and what you don't
Mhm.
enjoy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like over time, we're going to be like, I don't know what I'm doing. Or like, I don't know what I enjoy and I don't enjoy. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of times. You feel that way?
That's
Oh.
facts. bro.
Yeah.
I was saying like in general, like I don't know about you guys, but early 20s, I know we always hear about like, this is your time to fail quick.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
But I feel like a lot of us are afraid to fail.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I was literally on the phone
I don't
call
understand
talking
people
about
who
that
don't
earlier.
try. Like,
No, because it's easy said and done, right? Because
yeah,
we
of
say
course
that.
it is. It
But
is,
then when
of
you're
course.
like starting something, you're like, dang, I don't want to look stupid. I don't want
Yeah.
to look dumb.
But that's why I
wanna-
feel like a lot of people get discouraged not to start
Mhm.
something. Like if you're really passionate about it as well, like just start it. You don't have to even like upload it now. Like you can work on it and you can take time to be like, okay, what do I need to improve?
Right.
Like you don't have to show the whole world. I feel like you can take the time in your closet time when you can
Right.
be like, okay, let me work
Mhm.
on this. Some people are really, really good at art.
Yeah.
Like not I'm talking about like even with like their like talent, right?
Yeah.
But they don't show it off because like, oh, the judgment maybe, or like maybe
Mhm.
I'm not at a place that I want to be at, and it's like they don't attempt at all. And
Yeah.
We were
that's
even
what I'm
chatting about it
talking
earlier this week, Eman. But like the
Mhm.
notion of like whoever's watching this, look dead in my eyes right now. The quicker you can stop. I mean, I don't have a. Okay, here we go. The quicker you could stop like letting people's thoughts control you, the
Mhm.
freer you're gonna be. in life.
100%.
Literally, like we're all gonna live one time. Like you mentioned earlier, like
100%.
we're all gonna die. That's guaranteed.
100%.
Some of us might not. We might see Jesus before he comes back. But I'm saying for the most of us, we're gonna die. So why let people control you?
Yeah.
In terms of like stuff that's in your heart that you know you want to do.
Yeah.
You know deep down there's something like
100%.
I've been wanting to do this, but
Yeah.
like I just feel like I'm not worthy. I'm not able to do it. Or some of us, like me, wait till it's perfect to do it.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
like I'd rather just like get up one day and be good at it.
Yeah.
You're never gonna be good at something without like failing. You know what I'm saying?
Look
So-
at us. We
There's
failed so
there's
many
this
times.
thing called, I don't know what the idea is named, but it's like to be a master at something you need to spend 10,000 hours doing.
I
it.
know
Yes.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's
It's
100%
like
true.
20 minutes a day, something like that, a year, and then I know
considered-
what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
but
Yeah.
the
Considered
point is like
masterful.
you need a lot of time to master something, so you can't expect that the thing that you try or you start doing, you're just gonna be immediately like
It
amazing
won't
at.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, the fact that you only get one life has been it's changed the way I see life, right? Because if you knew, I read a book. There was a professor at Carnegie Mellon. I read this my senior year, and he found out he has cancer, right? He found he was given around 14 to 16 months to live.
14 to 16.
Yes,
Not
and he
about
wrote a
year.
book about it, right? And that book changed the way I see life, because what gives life intrinsic value is the scarcity. The fact that they like, because we see everyone alive around us, we think life is abundant, but you only get one of it. You don't people are used to video games. You think you're gonna respawn. You don't respawn. Once it's over, it's over.
Yeah.
And you don't know when it will be over. You don't know how you will die. Right? And so the reason why I feel like a lot of us I'll talk to the camera. Because I think I've talked to you guys about this before. The reason why I feel like a lot of us procrastinate is because we think we have time. Like, in school, the assignment is due next Friday, next Saturday. We're like, okay, I'll wait until next Wednesday, right? But when you think about life, you don't know when you will die. You don't know how you will die. So the assignments, like as Bobby was talking about, like we have purpose. But the assignment that God put in your heart, stop procrastinating. Like a lot of time, He doesn't just give us a desire. He also gives us like not just the desire to do it. Also, he makes the process enjoyable. Right? But we're scared of what people think. When you die, their opinion is not gonna it's not gonna go with you. You're only gonna be asked by the Lord, what did you do with the time that I gave you? And once I am glad that I was seen as a failure by people at a young age, so that I learned to stop caring. You know what I'm saying? That's what allowed me to open up what the Lord put in my heart to actually pursue it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can talk about this forever, but yeah, I'm just kind of
Even
adding
you
on to what you
mentioned,
said.
more or less, like this also happens too, when like you've been procrastinating or putting off what you feel like you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else will get the idea. Somebody else will do it. Well, what's stopping God from like, you're not gonna do it? Give it to somebody else, and then they do it, and you're like, dang, I had it 1st.
Mhm.
It's not about who thought about it first. Whoever acts on it, right?
Exactly.
It's like there's no original thought, basically.
Exactly.
There's nothing new under the sun. So like, let's also kind of learn. If you learn this ability as well,
Yes.
the speed of thought to execution, that would be an amazing skill to
100%.
have, where you could speed up your thoughts into executing right away instead of like prolonging. Like E-Man said, God knows what's gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
really
could
like what you said, because you know what I was thinking about. Like you said that a lot of times we think we have time.
Yeah.
For the OG people that watch us, I don't know if y'all remember, like about 2 years ago, me and Amman. It's not funny, but me and Amman got in a car accident like within the span of a week. I'm telling you, we never been so locked in after that. Oh my goodness! Like we seen like our lives like flash by, and I'm like, bro, like life is like, it's like, it's a vapor, like it says in James. And I was just like, I remember I was like so locked in, like.
I'll add one more to this. That accident was the reason why we went to Europe trip. Cause Henny was saying like, let's go on a trip, and I'm a good guy. I love saving my money, right? Like I stashed that joint, you know what I'm saying? So, but I saw the value. If I had died that day, right,
never happen.
or like if something bad happened, I couldn't travel, I would have regretted it. The following day, I was like, Henny, we're going on that trip, like, and genuinely, like, please, guys, remember, like, God gave us the biggest gift that God gave us is life. So the best thing you can do is first give it back to Him. Dedicate your life, live every single day as a holy and living sacrifice. That's the best thing you can do to God, is give Him the most valuable thing that He gave you back to Him, right? As a gift, right? And then after that, He gives you the freedom. When you're not worried about what will happen to you in eternity, He gives you the freedom to walk in the Spirit. And everything else will be simpler.
I really like.
Oh, you
that.
blend the Bible. I like this.
Let me get.
What verse is
It's Psalms, I believe 51. Yeah, it's when so it's when David was actually offering a sacrifice to the Lord, and he says that you don't delight in burnt offerings, but a sacrifice of God are a broken spirit and a broken heart, and these things that you do not despise. And I was just looking at this, and I was going back to Romans where he's talking about offer your bodies as a living sacrifice. And I was like, a lot of times that, in all honesty, like I don't do that, although I should. But sometimes we also like prefer sacrifice in a way that like, okay, like Lord, like here it is. That's like my burnt offering. But like my sacrifice, like I'm gonna keep it to myself. Cause like whatever it is, like I want to enjoy the time that I have with it, or like whatever I'm doing, I don't want to be able to sacrifice it for the Lord. Cause we know if you like take it away and be like,
we feel like it would be like a
yeah.
subtraction when
Exactly.
in reality,
In reality,
God
you can
has
be gifted
something
something
more
else.
for us.
Yeah, but I
Trust
just
the
wanted
Lord,
to,
man.
Yeah,
Trust the
I
Lord.
just wanted to
Trust the
add that.
Lord.
I just wanted to add that. But what about you? What'd you learn
What I learned.
Have you gone yet?
in the
Did
last
I
year?
go?
No, you didn't.
You didn't go.
my God, I
Hey,
said I
Henny
went-
started. We went this way. Yeah,
Am I
yeah.
the last one left?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Okay, so I think I kind of touched on it more importantly.
Mhm.
It's about like it touches more on the timing. For
Mhm.
example, like either being in the moment, being present, right?
Mhm.
Being plugged in, like focusing. Here's my thing. This is what I've been meditating on for like the last year. It's hard. It's being faithful with
Mhm.
the little.
Yes,
Literally,
yes.
like you don't understand like how many things that impacts, that touches. If like all these big plans we have or all these aspirations and dreams, but if you kind of like dive a little deeper into your life, the little things that God has given you, like whether it be like school for some of you, school
Yeah.
for some of you, even just like with your parents or family, you haven't even been like faithful with that. Like
No.
you know, I had to take inventory. I literally had to sit down one day, categorize my life in every aspect, and see what I have right now. And I've been one by one failed.
Yeah.
So how can I ask for more or want more when I haven't even been giving everything I have to what I have now? I think that's the unlock for most of you guys. Because the funny thing is,
And most of us, I'm part of them.
yeah, of course, no, including me, I'm still learning this, by the way.
Yeah.
But I firmly believe, from all the information I've received from other people as well, is like to be the person you want to be for later. It comes from being faithful in right now. Because in like you figure out as you're being faithful in like the hard things right now, it's building you for tomorrow.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that helped me a lot, I would say.
Yeah. Where do you guys see yourselves moving in the next, let's say, 2-3 years?
Like physically moving.
No, no.
The direction your life is going, you sort of
I was like, what?
or physically moving, man. Who knows?
Where you gonna move to? Anywho,
I don't
let's
like
talk
do the
about where you
crossover
see your
of-
life moving forward.
Of the marriages and the debt, because I feel like we didn't talk about that.
Oh.
Marriage
Wait,
brings
okay,
big boy.
elaborate. Oh, that's a hot
Okay,
topic
okay.
right
So
there.
First, give the background.
Let me get
of that.
comfortable.
Okay. So, as Eman was, so like fervently preaching, don't get into debt, right? But people get into debt over weddings too, and I don't understand why.
Not just weddings, bro.
But yeah, it's all like just big celebrations in general. Like they'll spend like unnecessary amounts to like, and when it comes to weddings, it's a little bit different. But like I think there's the comparison, like Bobby said earlier. But you're trying to prove something to others, like, or you kind of lose the whole celebratory aspect of it, and it's just become a show, right? And it's just something that's been like a topic of conversation before, but I wanted to bring it up here.
This is a very great topic.
Yeah, we talked about this. There's actually a correlation, right, between how much a couple spend and the divorce rate, right? Yes,
wait,
which is
wait,
insane. You wouldn't believe
we're
that.
gonna have to
Yeah,
pull up that stat.
there's a correlation. Hey, Jamie, pull it up. I'm joking. But yeah, I will actually send it to you because there's a correlation.
Okay.
So it's not just because you spend more, you will get divorced. That's not what I'm saying. But if you look at the number of people that get divorced, and then compared to how much they spend relative to the average, right? The more they spend,
It's directly causing.
Is that really like?
It's causing it?
well, it's not. It's correlated
Yeah.
means
I know.
like there's just similarities.
Yeah.
If you
It's
look at the
just
graphic,
something
like
there.
when it
Doesn't mean it's
rises,
the reason. For
yeah, it's
it,
not
but
saying it's the reason, right?
It could be something.
Yes, and the thing is, so my views on this have not changed in the sense like the core belief that you shouldn't spend more than you can afford has stayed the same.
Yeah.
However, I have came to understand the importance of it. The reason why is because there's a guy on YouTube. He said the 2 times where everyone you love will be in one room is on your funeral and your wedding, right?
Burn me. I heard, no, because I'm not paying my monthly subscription to be buried underground, bro. Like,
Said burn me.
get rid of me, bro.
Burn me is
I
the
don't care about this
craziest
flesh.
statement I've heard in this
I don't
year,
care
bro.
about this flesh. Nah, I'm putting a burden on my family after I'm gone. Make that make sense.
Bro
Does that
said
make sense,
burn
bro?
me is crazy.
Yeah, okay, not even burn. I'd rather be tossed into the sea
ocean?
and eaten by sharks than like, you know what I mean? Like,
Cremated.
bro, are you serious?
Can be cremated.
Huh?
Cremated.
Wait,
That
wait,
costs
wait,
money, bro.
Yeah, no, cremation costs a good amount of money
I
too.
don't.
Oh, never mind.
I don't need all that, bro. I want to celebrate.
Toss 'em out.
Celebrate my.
Bro
death
said, "Put me
and
on the
my life.
barbecue." That is crazy. Hey, I agree with you. Though. I agree with you.
Oh,
7,000
man.
for a casket?
7,000 is crazy. 7,000?
No, no.
7,000?
No,
That's
that's
cheap.
like cheap.
7,000 for a
Yeah,
casket?
bro. That's the wood
They're
box,
like
the wood
10K.
crate.
For a dead person?
That's a wood crate, bro.
You're lying.
Like just a wood,
Hey,
no
bro.
finish, no nothing, bro.
Bro, if I see you in heaven after you pay 7,000 for me, we're fighting, bro. We're fighting.
7,000 not getting anything on Roblox,
Bro, my family do not pay more than maybe $200.
And you know
Bro,
what?
make the
they-
box,
what they
bro.
No,
200?
and that's also could be a conspiracy. Why they always sell the life insurance? You never know what could happen,
Oh,
and then they
no.
get you into
You
that.
can,
thing.
listen, you can
I
use
think-
life
I think we know
insurance
some
when you're
people
alive.
with that.
Listen, you can use life insurance when
forgive
you're
you.
alive. You can use life insurance when you're alive. You don't need to be dead to use life insurance.
But that's like their selling point. It's like because you don't know how expensive funeral costs are.
That's insane.
Get
I'm
life
gonna pay. I
insurance.
mean, I'm not about to pay
Make
because
it
I'm
zero,
dead.
bro.
But like,
Make it zero, bro.
7,000 for a box of someone that's dead?
I'll pay for the gas to get to the ocean.
Hey,
first time I deposit the
Put
put
money
it on your
before I
will,
go.
bro.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
this is how much they can spend for my money. Oh, that's insane.
No,
Absolutely.
but back to the
Ridiculous.
topic.
Yeah, the
of-
wedding.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I think it's interesting how a lot of people spend a lot of money with their wedding, but like I don't. My thing is I don't understand what I don't understand personally. This is
Mhm.
me. You
Let
can
us know.
Yeah, you can put it in the comment section and argue with me if you ever want. But I don't understand I understand the goal of the wedding, right?
Okay.
I understand everything that needs to be met at a wedding, right?
Mhm.
Photography, food, things of that. I completely understand, right?
I'm sorry. I remember burn me. I'm so sorry.
That was
I'm-
actually
I didn't
perfect
cut you off,
timing,
bro.
by the way. I was like perfect.
I'm so sorry. That was
burn me. I'm sorry.
Burn.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. Thank you.
No, but I'm saying what I don't understand is how a lot of people don't manage to lower like what you're doing is you're inviting friends and
Mhm.
family
Yeah,
to
yeah.
celebrate
Yeah.
this day with you. You don't need to invite your neighbor. You don't need to invite your coworkers. You don't need to invite your third cousins. You can minimize, right?
Yeah.
The amount of people you invite, right? Obviously, I get it. I understand. It's harsh for some
Yeah.
people not to attend. I completely understand.
Nah, you heard it like when people say like if they don't know my spouse's last name.
Oh
then,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Don't,
But-
like,
that's gonna be a lot of people.
Don't,
You know
don't
what I'm
you
saying?
think most people do that though? They try to keep it very minimal.
And
Because once
no,
they figure out how much
d-
weddings cost, they're like, "I'm sorry, guys."
Bro, no,
Like,
no,
each
it
plate
doesn't.
costs
No,
like
it doesn't.
$100 or
Because a
something
lot
like
of
that,
people think of it in a cultural sense. Think of our background. Think
Yeah.
of different backgrounds.
Oh yeah,
A lot of
Ethiopia,
people, yeah,
it's an
a
open
lot
wedding. The
of
whole street
people-
comes,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. A lot of people tend to have it. This is our celebration. We want
Mm.
everybody to come. It doesn't matter who it is. But
This,
there's
yeah,
a
the
way you
celebration is
can.
more about your family
Exactly.
celebrating
I'm
than
like,
you
bro,
like,
it feels like I'm obligated to pay for people to come. And a lot of times they're like, Segal Turan Nabar. I'm like, this is not good. I'm like, bro, like, you know, like you're coming to complain. And
Hey,
it's like,
here's the easy fix for me, in my opinion, right? When I look at the wedding, there's security. Get this guy out of here.
right.
There's certain things like if the wedding has to be paid for, I'm willing to break the bank on the capturing of the event, like the photography videos. They last me for forever. Obviously, like the suits or for the wife her dress.
The
And
dresses, you
even
can
her
wear
dress
one
is
dress
wearing
once,
once, bro.
Hey, mind you. Be careful.
oh, we gonna get stoned in the
And then the
comments.
venue. I promise you, I'm not paying for their food.
God gave us
Y'all don't
nature.
gotta eat, bro.
Beautiful outside, bro.
But the food, as for the guests, they don't have to eat. I'm just being real.
I promise you.
It could be finger food. It could be
Nah,
finger
Bobby
food.
say no food is
Taco truck,
insane.
You order a taco truck to come that day.
People having
Don't tell them what
gourmet
the event
meals.
is for. 'Cause
Now,
they gonna
everything
charge you
rockets.
extra.
Yeah, you're right. Everything rockets when you say a wedding.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything rockets. But I feel like Amma is the only person. I'll believe him if he says like my wedding is gonna be at a park. I'll promise you. I'll believe
Bro.
you.
Hey,
Bro's
listen.
gonna pick like the presidential garden, bro.
No. Well, to be fair though, I would say if you can afford it, having everyone that you love there is, I think, 100% worth the investment, right? If you can afford it. So
But
if
you don't
someone has
love
money,
150 people.
No, if you can
Let's
afford it,
be
I mean,
honest, bro.
no,
if you can afford it, I don't think this whole argument's out the window if you can afford it.
to be fair though,
I
I
think-
also,
Okay.
But I
You can
think
afford
that-
it.
Okay,
Is
if
it
you're not,
wise?
if you don't
No,
have,
no,
Is
okay,
it
okay.
wise?
you're
Stop,
not
stop,
making
stop.
more than
Is it
500K.
wise?
You
All right,
can't
guys.
afford it, bro.
Is it wise? Is it
Guys,
wise?
Bro,
An
guys,
average wedding is 40 grand. You tell me if I have 40 grand, I should
we're
be able
not
to spend
pocket
on
watching
wedding?
now. Like,
No. That's what the
No,
average
he's
price
right
is.
though. Just because
It's
you
not
have the money
wise.
doesn't mean spend the money.
to also be fair, we have not been in a position and the pressure, under the pressure of who do we invite, who do we not invite.
Yeah.
We have not been there yet.
And also,
So I think a lot of this will like it's 100% like guys. It's possible this our perspective will change as
Oh, for
we
sure.
learn more. You know what I'm saying?
This guy being rational, bro.
No, our perspective is definitely gonna change. But honey, I would say
But-
it's not a necessity
What's not?
to have that many people just because you have the money for it. Would you agree with that?
I agree.
I
Because
disagree with that.
like think about lifestyle inflation. Just because you have it doesn't mean spend it.
God,
Just
no.
because you can doesn't mean like go even crazier.
Yes.
But
That's
then
why
I
you have
think
good
of,
friends that will
yeah.
take care of it, like
biblical
miss
weddings,
you.
And it's like they throw a big
3, 4,
banquet
5
and a feast.
days.
I'm like, dang, is that how
like it's like a whole week.
But-
Here's a producer's note. This is a good statement. If you wouldn't invite them to dinner at your new house after you get married, they shouldn't come.
That's fair.
That's a
Boy,
very
a lot of
I
people
like
not getting
that. Yeah,
invited.
in
then,
that case, a lot of
because
people not
yeah, a
getting
lot of people not getting
I think it
invited
should be
because
like that,
me and
though,
my
like-
wife and her
That's
family.
something-
And
Yeah,
then
and
they're
a family,
not there
my
to
family,
celebrate you.
right?
They're just there because it's just free
No,
food
listen,
and like nice
and
vibes.
in all aspects,
It's getting hot
the
here,
most
man.
I'm thinking
Ooh.
is like, I'm not talking about money wise, but like there's an outcome that you have as well. They give you money. You get what I mean? Like understandable.
Bro's thinking long game.
Investment,
He's
investment,
thinking
I
long
like
game.
that.
But, like,
at least in
but
the
listen,
like
but-
Ethiopian culture, I know there are some others, but
yeah.
yeah,
Boy, I'm
you
leaving
get-
a
you
box
get
everywhere,
a
bro.
lot of.
I'm getting money. bro.
Zelle,
Yeah.
Venmo,
Cash
I'm having
App,
barcodes.
PayPal,
Again,
barcode,
guys.
yeah.
Gotta bring your phone out for a
Hey,
second.
every
Every
bathroom
chair has
stall,
a
every
barcode.
bro, I'm
hey,
telling
crypto.
You.
we-
Yeah,
we-
everything. We
we-
accept everything, bro. Bitcoin, everything. But what I'm
Bitcoin.
saying is, just because you have the 40 grand, doesn't mean that you should be spending all of it. I understand it's a wedding, and I'm not gonna
I
lie,
don't think that's a
perspectives
fair
might
estimate.
change.
I'm not gonna
I
lie
don't,
to you.
Bro,
I don't, bro.
I don't think that's a
listen,
fair estimate.
Our
bro.
wives
listen.
gonna be like,
Yeah,
"Boy,
but
you
no, that's
spending
a-
heavy, bro."
I was gonna say
Hey.
Come on, man.
Hey,
Producers
when she
pin this
comes-
video,
when
and then
she
we come
comes-
back to it.
Right, play it on their
Hey,
website.
cut it to the.
Each
Hey,
person
listen.
here folded under pressure.
I
Hey,
would
when
say,
she
I would
comes-
say,
What
if
does
I
that
have
mean?
40K, I would spend it.
No, listen. Nah, he's trying to save himself.
If I have 40K,
I
I'll
would hit
spend
you.
it.
Listen,
You know that dog like,
hey,
Hey.
I promise you, each one of us in this moment, as soon
Oh,
as
yeah,
she's like,
full- hey.
40K, 40K.
40K. Thank you. Hey,
For you,
Lanchi.
babe.
Lanchi. Deminalle.
No,
but,
I said my piece. I said if I have the money, I will spend it.
I agree.
but would you?
but
I'm asking.
I'm not getting
would
in
it
debt for it.
I'm not okay. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
Dougie,
think that
sorry.
is like the
No,
bottom,
listen.
the bottom line.
No, what I'm asking is, would it be wise?
Doggy, and that and
That's
you
my
think
question.
about a
I
lot of
told you the
things.
reason.
Oh,
The
would
reason
it
why
be
it would be wise.
What my
If you're living
perspective?
comfortable, there is nothing like unwise. You just
That's what I'm saying.
you're benefiting
No,
from your food.
I would. This is
You're
this is
eating
what
your
I
food.
would offer though.
Okay, go ahead.
This is what I would offer. I would say instead of having the 40 grand spent on one day, right? Put it at like 25, okay? And then you can use the rest of the
Let
money
him land. Let him land. Let him
in
land.
different things. Honeymoon,
Okay, that's fair.
okay?
You just selfish,
You
bro.
can invest that into.
We're saying you have them. Like
You have
if
the money. Yes.
Hypothetically,
If-
are rich and
hypothetically, I
the
have
money.
40 grand, okay?
No.
Hypothetically, I'm
Oh,
saying
don't
like,
spend all of it. I'm saying you have to have more than that to be able
Doggy,
to say let's spend.
You're not
40.
peeping. This is a dead argument because we're saying because literally it goes against what we said. Like you only live once, but if you have the money, you're only gonna spend
this
money
is the
on.
only time
yeah.
you will be alive and everyone you love will be in the same room.
We're not
Okay,
asking you to
fine.
spend
That's
every
an
year, at least
investment.
one wedding.
That's an investment.
the wedding is an investment?
Yeah, that's the only time where you're
Your
alive
wife
and
gonna be,
everyone you
arguing
love.
with you for the rest of your life.
No, if I have the money on a wedding, I think I will spend it.
That's fair.
I would not get in debt, but if I have it, I will spend it because that's where I will have everyone that I love in one room.
Let's
Right?
say you have 80
Including my
grand.
wife.
But I told to the moon.
Huh?
Actually, a hot topic on weddings, right? For while we're still here, right?
Oh.
I've heard, through the grapevine, or somebody said this, but
Uh.
do you guys think you guys are gonna cry when your wife walks down the aisle?
No, wait.
God.
Let's take one by one answering it.
Amen.
Amen first.
I don't know, bro. Don't put me on the spot. I don't know. I don't know why people do it, but I think it must be a natural reaction.
No, I'm saying, do you think like you would though?
I hope I do. I hope I do.
You hope you do.
I hope I do.
have focused on him, bro. Bro hit us with.
I hope I do.
Bro's
Like,
looking out for his future. He knows what's gonna happen if he does this.
no, I hope I do. Like, I think because it's
Like you want to cry.
it
like,
seems not that
Can't wait to
I'm
cry.
all right. You try for me, give me in trouble. No, I think there's a reason why people do it. It must be like an overwhelming of joy, and I want to be that overwhelmed, full of joy. So I'm not gonna fake it. I'm not gonna.
That's what I'm saying. Because the reason I bring this up
I'm
is some
gonna fake
people
it.
like out of pressure. Because like if I don't cry, I feel
Pressure.
like
What pressure?
because there's like a whole.
There you go.
Your wife, bro.
Oh, what pressure? Nah, bro.
Because imagine people saying like I heard some people saying like if he doesn't cry, I'm gonna walk back and do it again until he
Yeah.
cries.
Alright,
Like,
hit the
that's
rose, bro.
crazy.
I'm joking.
Crazy.
But I hope I do. I'm sorry. That was the answer.
Honey,
I hope you do.
you're our guest.
I don't think I'm crying. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you saying no, or you think like?
I wouldn't like. I'm not gonna go in planning I'm gonna cry, but I think I'm probably not gonna cry.
Okay.
I think I'm probably I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna cry, but
Mm.
if I do, play this clip.
Hey, the
Bro,
photographer and videographer at his wedding,
I'll give
please.
each of them $100 if I do.
Make it 200.
All right, bro. You know what? -100 for Doug.
Ah,
You get that money if I
give
do
him
it.
100.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
Hey, there's a video clip of this. I better see my crisp 100, bro.
Huh?
I better see a crisp 100.
I got you, bro.
What about you?
By then it'll be $1 worth anyway.
I think like I don't know if I would cry, but I wouldn't be surprised if I do. Like anytime to cry, it's then. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like so,
that's
it's
fair.
one of those things where it's
like a
like
tear or like sobbing.
if anything, I could see like crying when you see like what you prayed for, like your wife is fine, like God's promise happening. You're like, wow.
Oh, he's falling out. Look at
No,
him.
I'm saying that's still only,
That could
but
be
I'm
like-
still like maybe a tear and I'll just like wipe it away. But
Hey,
I'm
stop
not,
walking
like,
your back, bro. Stop walking your back, man. Stop walk-
All right, bro.
Say a statement and stick to it right now.
I'm gonna have watery eyes and nothing's gonna drop.
Hey, bro, got
Okay.
hit one of these.
Bro, it's like my eyes are just sweating, bro. It's a hot day.
Yeah, it's really. Just
Lucky, how about you?
I'll lean towards no, but I feel like the context of it
Yeah.
being
Bro's
like,
planning to not cry.
So you're saying you don't want to cry?
I'm not saying
She not
no,
worth it for
don't-
you? Like, what do
bro, trying to stop macho. No, what I'm saying is like, like the context, like, oh, like I'm thinking like, oh, the Lord brought me here. I feel like that context maybe, but
Yeah, bro.
I feel like I wouldn't like.
You
Why
would think
not?
we have like crazy hard upbringings and
Yeah.
stuff like that. We were saying this.
Loving families, bro.
We
Yeah.
have no enemies.
Have you seen someone that didn't cry?
Yes.
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
And how is the relationship?
I feel like.
Good.
Come on.
No, I'm just saying. I'm asking questions.
Bro,
I
how was their
I don't know
relationship?
behind closed doors, but
Yeah.
Are they still together?
yeah.
Bro,
Are you
I'm
trying
just
to make the
asking.
stat? The more they don't cry, the less the relationship worked out.
No,
And I feel like this is a
Pilot.
recent thing though. I'm not gonna lie. Like recently,
Social media just
Yeah,
did
bro.
everything.
but yeah, social media
Yeah,
has
for sure,
done
for
it
sure.
because
Toxic
Comparison.
femininity.
yeah.
Bro.
Hey, he's not wrong.
I never seen that phrase thrown around.
He's not wrong.
Hey, you heard it here first.
Toxic femininity. That's crazy.
Hey, talking about wedding. So who's the closest to the altar? Who's
That's a great question.
who's next,
Great
huh? Who's
That's probably me.
Hey,
Hey, why y'all clapping?
our brother, we're proud of you, man.
Another
We
one
look
bites the
forward
dust,
to
man.
it, man. Hey, you know what's funny? Once one
God's
domino
grace.
falls,
By
oh,
God's
boom, 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 boom.
What?
So-
Yeah. Wait. What was the angel saying? Big weddings make small weddings.
No, it's big.
Little
No,
ha-
big
little
weddings make small weddings because like
no,
what do you mean?
little
Hap-
weddings
yes.
happen in a
That's
big
right. Yeah,
wedding.
little weddings because people are meeting each other.
That's fair. That's
And-
fair.
yeah.
So whatever little weddings make big weddings.
Oh, wait, good.
Little weddings happen at big weddings.
Little weddings
Little
happen
weddings happen at big weddings.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though, that is true. Cause I feel like there's some kind of domino effect. I don't know what it is, but I see why they would say that.
You wake up and you're like, oh, he's my same age as me. And
Oh, no,
but they're
no.
starting a life. I'm like, oh,
Imagine, yeah, literally when you're at a wedding, you like the reality's hitting you, just like,
yeah.
dang.
And then everyone start looking at you like, all right, you know. But nah,
And speaking about weddings, do we even answer this question? It's Hinok, but
yeah, it's definitely not.
another thing we all share is we're all groomsmen for our dear brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dear
Oh
brother
man.
Fetty Yafet's wedding that's gonna come up soon, pretty like
Bro,
a
it's
couple
literally
days.
5 days, bro.
5 days.
Literally less than 5 days now.
OTD podcast episode coming soon. Behind the scenes.
Hey, we getting the next 3-4 year Valentine's episodes ready.
Prepared, planned already.
Yeah,
I promise
bro.
y'all,
Yeah, oh, that's gonna be fun, bro.
We're gonna be on different trips that we're gonna be taking and posting them, hopefully. And
Yeah, we might have to go in debt for these trips, guys. After all.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah. Everything we said throw out the window.
Talking about debt. Oh, I wanted to bring this up before we finish this. I want to say something. Hey, listen, okay, guys. We've gone to London, Paris, Venice, Rome, Morocco. You know, there's one place we haven't been to.
Where?
Addis. We have not been. I came to this country in 2012. I have not been back.
Mm.
And I was thinking, I think it would be amazing if we get OTD in Addis.
Mm.
If you want to see OTD in Addis, please comment down. Let us know.
Comment Ethiopia and then
Comment Ethiopia
And
down.
send me money too. So I can-
yeah.
Uh,
Have a GoFundMe and
But absolutely, guys, if you really want that to happen, because like we talked a little bit about this, we want to make this happen, but we don't want to just do it nonchalantly. We want to actually make this, give it the effort that it deserves. We want to go there, see life there. I know Dougie's been back previously. Bobby's been, what, 7, 8, 9 years?
2014,
Almost
brother.
Oh, 2015, almost 10 years.
I think either me or him have been most recently 2022.
Yeah.
I went after you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you know, if there's any way you like want to help us with connections, or if you know ways to do this, we're thinking about doing some sort of like web show, or doing like different, how do you
Live
explain
streaming.
it?
OTD in Ethiopia. We're just gonna stream it.
Live streaming.
Like the gorillas in Australia, like the AI gorillas.
But yeah, if you want to see that happen, if you want to see OTD and Addis happen, comment down below, DM us, let
All
us know.
business owners in Ethiopia, reach out.
All
Yeah,
business
please,
owners,
everybody.
EBS, Ethiopian Airlines, Dick TV, all of y'all. Let's work together, man.
We're
I'm
going
trying
back
to make
home.
this happen. Yeah.
Take me back home.
Diaspora's going back home. That's
Yes,
gonna
bro.
be
Oh, that would be tough.
That'd be the
That-
funniest segment ever, bro.
That would be fun. I think that would be
Who
really
y'all think is
fun.
getting robbed
My
first?
real
Hey,
get robbed,
imagine,
yeah.
hey, don't you remember Bobby said he can find his way around?
Oh,
come
yeah.
on, easy.
Imagine
Boy.
Bobby
Easy.
and Piazza has to find
We
his way
know
around.
also just like where he's gonna end up by the end of the day.
Put a tracker on that, brother. He knows.
If you want to see that happen, hey,
Like,
let us know.
subscribe, and comment Ethiopia.
Keep
so we
supporting
know.
us.
Yeah,
We
keep
love it.
supporting us,
Yes.
please.
No, the one thing I really want to do when we go back, so we have some ideas that we talked about, right? Like doing
They'll
actually,
see.
yeah. But one thing I really want to see, there's this organization that I've been following. It's called Hold My Hand. I don't know if you know them.
My
Right?
G.
Bro, shout out to Hold My Hands, man. Hold My Hands. Hey, Hold My Hands. Hey, Helen knows, right? I've been connected, bro. Amazing story. You know, just people like younger than us that just, you know, had the heart to serve. They you know, just came together. And I think we have a couple of friends that have actually been with them since they started back in when they were in college, like over a decade ago. And things like that. We're going to have fun, right? But we also want to see how people are living in the day to day. You know what
Showcase
I'm
the
saying?
country, yeah.
Showcase. We want to go to churches. You know what I'm saying? Actually experience worship in our native language. You know what I mean? So this is something that is, at least I know, in my heart is very heavy. So, and Punu was talking about that. Like we need to go back if we have the capability to do so. Go back, and this is how we kind of help each other. You know what I'm saying? Just even being present and investing back in the way that we can. Just, you know, showcasing the positive sides of our country.
It's gonna be exciting as well. Looking back at it.
Yeah.
Not everyone is starving, bro.
What do you
Alright,
say?
bro.
Not everyone.
Alright, bro.
I don't know about you guys. I really enjoyed this episode.
That was
Yeah,
refreshing.
Get
I
a
needed
yap,
this.
man.
I
Get a
needed
yap.
this.
Get a yap.
Literally
Yep,
therapy,
I
bro.
feel satisfied from that yap session.
Thank you.
But
thank
more
you.
importantly, I hope you guys, the viewers, y'all enjoyed it. So please interact with us in the comments, like, share, subscribe. Let us know if you guys need any more things, any advice, any more topics you guys want us to touch on. And also give us some of your story, your feedback as well. We'd love to know about how you guys thought about this episode. OTD, we're back, baby. See you guys next week with another consistent upload.
Yes, sir.
Send this to your grandma.
This grandma's crazy.
No grandma.
Send this to your grandma.
Aye.
Grandma's crazy,
You
bro.
like sending it to grandma? That was so good, bro.